I think it's time to explain why I've been gone for so long. If you are still here, or you were waiting for something positive when I eventually come back, sorry, but that's not going to be the case. I do have a lot to talk about throughout this 22-minute video, if not more. So, since it's going to be a lengthy process, you might just want to grab something to eat and just listen to me rambling for quite some time. Anyway, I think it's really time for me to change and to take this more seriously. I'll just be explaining throughout this video why I've been gone for so long, and explain the changes that I want to do not only on a personal level, but with this. And without further ado, roll the intro.
You don't fuck with necro.
It's about time. I don't want to be too repetitive. If I am, I'm sorry. If I'm sad or depressive towards y'all, I'm sorry, but lately, or at least when I stopped about maybe 3-4 months ago, I wasn't feeling particularly good. I was feeling tired. Maybe realized that this wasn't truly what I wanted. Mainly because, although being a small channel and having 2 years of history on this platform, I mainly wasn't ready for the amount of work that I'd be putting with the low amount, with very low production value. It still hurts because it was still hurting because it was still quite complicated to get people to join me. We had arguments a lot of the time, so we weren't even on good terms back then. So me and Simon actually got mad to each other because of this, for me not publishing enough videos. And I think it's time for me to apologize for that. So, as a reminder of my failures and a reminder of my laziness, I'm sorry for not being here for over 6 months. I'm sorry for making you think that I've quit, and making you quit my content as well. But it's just been hard. So I'm just gonna blaze through right now with everything. I don't really have a script. I'm just going to speak what my mind tells me to. I might have done some takes before this because I really want to phrase it the best way I can. But so far, I've been feeling tired. Tired with myself. Tired of the bullshit that others have been doing. Tired with everything that is going on ever since January, when I had my 16th birthday. Because I don't know if y'all know, but right now shit ain't easy. And I always took everything for granted, whether it was socializing with you people, or just having fame, or having those support me by my side. Literally by my side. And it's been hard realizing that life's a bitch, and that right now it's really hard to think of something else that's not tiring my mind. Like, before, it was the amount of work that I had to do to push out content that wasn't even really good or had any good production value, outside of maybe doing some ranked matches and editing, mainly like Steve Dodge did his editing back then, memes and all that. And I tried to be funny, but then I've decided that maybe that wasn't enough, so I tried to do a series. It didn't work out. As you may know, we only got up to 3 episodes in. Cast broke up. The co-writer of the series actually was doing Wattpad fanfic, I believe, and now he also quit because of that, or quit for some other reason, which it's not really my right to know, as I was a jerk and didn't even consider the amount of work people had done, even with that low production value that we had before photo mode was even in Xenoverse. But I've been tired. Like, I wanted to stream Kakarot when the game first came out, and I couldn't, because back then I was still at school, and even now I was still at school, so it's one of the reasons why I've not been publishing a lot. And I wanted to do it, and I didn't, because I thought that coming abruptly with the video or a live stream and not talking about how I felt and giving you a proper apology for being a dick and not posting for over 6 months, I believe now, didn't feel right. I needed to do this video before I even started apologizing, before I even started taking up this, trying to fix, or at least try to fix the things that I've done badly throughout these 2 years that I've been having a channel. So, for that I'm sorry again. As for the whys that I've not been publishing, one of them had been that I was just tired out of what I was doing. I was tired out of Xenoverse. I wasn't having really too much fun. I didn't have anything to play at the moment. Like, I didn't have good games coming out on PS Plus. Didn't have good physical copies back at my house that I could play. I didn't have even money to buy games like I did right now, like fighters that I just bought recently in Kakarot as well. It was even before that. And I was feeling tired. I was feeling tired of Xenoverse. I was feeling tired of this bullshit. I had nothing to play. Even watching videos on my PS4 was really, really tiring, and I decided that maybe I needed a break. I needed a break from playing. I needed to find something that entertained me more than playing, and I did. Eventually, it wasn't playing on a console. It was actually playing retro games on my phone, and mainly watching videos, watching TV, watching anime, reading manga on my PC, doing some stuff that didn't have to do with schoolwork, and doing school as well, because it's kind of what everything has to do, everyone has to do, and that just made me realize that I had a lot more back then to entertain myself than just doing something that I was tired out of, and that was playing the same game over and over, that had the same failures over and over, and not having anything else to play, either because the games were also dead, and they would also be boring after maybe 1 or 2 hours, or mainly because I was just there watching people on YouTube doing their stuff, playing their games when I didn't even have the willpower to play the exact same game, because I was just tired out of playing in PS4. I was just tired out of playing games in general, because back then when I first started to feel like this, I didn't have anything to play at all. Not only that, I was going through a lot emotionally and mentally, as I still am. And Kakarot was a breath of fresh air. I was able to finish it, but it was still quite repetitive. I tried to record something like a Let's Play, but I decided not to. Therefore, I came with the idea of live streaming it entirely on one sitting, one day, like a 30-hour live stream, trying to do that. But even then, I decided that I needed to do this video first, saying that, again, I'm sorry for being such a dick and not posting as often as most people would want me to. So, so that's like, for the last couple of maybe around 5 months ago, yeah, 5 months ago, I was feeling like that. But then I got better, I started playing again, got around with my friends. Some of them didn't come very often, so I still felt a bit off. But I did get to meet new people, I did get to re-enjoy Xenoverse for quite some time. This was the only thing. I actually started playing Dark Souls as well, although it's not really my cup of tea. I decided that at least I'd give it a try, and I did. And it was invigorating. It was invigorating. It was a new experience, something that I was lacking for a really long time. And I felt that maybe I was just tired out of doing the exact same content over and over again and not having variety. I was just tired of doing the exact same thing 2, 3, 4 hours per day, if not even more, without publishing anything, always having arguments with other guys, fighting modders, not having the motivation to continue pushing up content because I didn't have really nothing interesting to push up to. Just like even editing things such as past projects that I had was still a massive restraint for me. I didn't want to do it at all because I just felt tired about it. And the other thing was that I was also going through school, and not only with school, I eventually got up to starting to play a game on my PC, or at least watching Let's Play of a game on my PC. And that game touched me. It got up bad shit up from me. I was also feeling really tired at the moment, and I know this may seem made up, but I'm not really the type of guy to put emphasis or stop. So if I'm beating around the bush too much, it's just what I am or who I am. It took a long time before I started to enjoy myself and enjoy playing again. And when I did, it all came crashing down again after playing or doing the exact same mistake over and over again. Eventually, I bought fighters, I finished Kakarot, I finished the mirror fight, and I felt better. But I still continued to not play as regularly because I was feeling tired for some reason. Then, some shit that is personal to me, it's not family, but maybe I'd say something more on the terms of trying to find out who I was back then, as I was quite lost. It came up, a bunch of crap came up as well. I was feeling really sad and lost with myself. I didn't even know if making these videos would actually be the thing that made me happy. And so, for the longest time, I'd actually been not publishing anything because I felt really insecure, and also because I felt guilty for not being able to come up with an apology sooner. After that, everything got good. So far, I'm still going through some of those hardships are still here. That was what I was meant to say. But outside of that, it's just been that I've decided that I'm finally going to restart this, finally going to take this seriously, and I'm just going to try to publish more, although I'll end up not doing it again, because I know myself. But I've seriously been getting better, and I just hope that even throughout all of this, you can still keep watching me, even after all these 2 years, and of your regular updates, and not being constant, or not being very reliable in terms of putting out content to you guys. I'd really appreciate if you could still be with me, even if it's just for maybe one more Let's Play, 2 more Let's Plays, just 1 more video, maybe even just this one. I don't care. I don't care how long. As long as you're able to at least be here and forgive me, I'll be grateful for the second chance that you'll be giving me. And I'll be really happy to try and continue what I've not been doing for the past 6 or 7 months. So, I've decided I've been changing something, and I would change something. As for the changes that would be happening, I've decided to completely ditch Portuguese videos. Not because I need a bigger audience, mainly because I'm less cringy when I'm not talking. I'm less cringy when I'm talking in English. And although I may not be as expressive, I still do feel that maybe English Let's Plays or walkthroughs are the way to go, along with ranked videos without my voice, and just memes and music, as I did back then. So those will continue, although it won't be all the content that I have. So that's it. I think I'll be also putting some of my videos on private, mainly those that I think that should be on private, or that I don't really like how they turned out to be. So I guess those are going as well. And as for changing the name, probably it'll end up happening, but for now, it's just gonna stay the same. But the only thing I'm gonna be ditching is Portuguese videos, and trying to be more flexible with my content and upload schedules. Mainly because it's summer break now, and I've decided that it's no better time to really start uploading content than in my summer break. So I hope that I can at least do that without feeling too guilty. And yeah, that's it. There's not really much more. It's just that because of me being a dick, I've led myself into a black hole that I could not escape for the longest time, into a desolate void that made me think I was eventually gonna quit this and never come back. But here I am, apologizing for the shit that I've been doing wrong for the last 6 months, and wanting to make things right this time. So, I never really said it, but I'm glad I at least got more than just 1 or 2 people with me. I'm glad that although I don't have 3 digits, I still have more than 2 or 10. That I at least have people who actually care, or who actually like me, or think that I'm funny, or just here because of the skill that I have. But I'm really thankful for having this community with me, even as small as it might be. I know that I'll eventually get even a few views. Those that do actually like me or like my content, they're not ditching me. I know the world isn't perfect, especially now, and I didn't want to victimize myself here, but I ended up doing that. So mainly, and I'm gonna say it right off the bat, mainly what was not letting me put these was just being tired of doing the same shit over and over again, and I think a mild concealed depression that I was having at the time, and still am having, because of something that has happened. So that didn't really allow me to be at my best. Not being at my best didn't allow me to put out any videos whatsoever, and not allowing me to put up any videos just made me think that it was best if I actually quit YouTube. I never really thought of it as a job, although I think that maybe if I do want to be in the game or anime industry, I'd probably go either to Bandai and try to work in Japan if I end up getting grades that are good enough for that, which at the moment, God. Or probably getting into an animation studio and becoming a anime industry standard, or trying to be one at least. So I'm still trying to find out myself. Still trying to find out a bunch of things about me that I pretty much don't know. And I think that I can try one more time. And I can try to put out at least 3 more Let's Plays. And I do mean 3, because those 3 games that I'll be eventually doing are games that are much easier for me to actually do than Xenoverse or Kakarot, because those are games that I actually adore and have a soft spot on my heart, and always will have a soft spot on my heart. So, yeah, I hope I didn't ramble on long enough. Or if I didn't make myself clear, just tell me in the comments and I'll end up doing another video like this. But what I wanted to say is that I'm sorry for not being in my best. I'm sorry for not uploading. I'm sorry for not being there when I should have been there. I should have never taken this pause. I think I shouldn't have. But I think that it was also important for me to take this break from YouTube to realize that I wasn't well, both physically and mentally. I was tired physically and emotionally, and I wasn't the most mentally stable person at the time. Again, I was going through a mild concealed depression that pretty much nobody outside of maybe, one of my viewers and a friend of mine, a close relative of mine, actually know about. So yeah, it was really hard hiding all of this and trying to deal with myself, but now it's all over. At least I think it is, and I guess it's time for me to change the way I treated this channel, the way I treated myself throughout these 2 years. And I think it's time for me to come back and try to do my best, even if that means that I won't be uploading 3 or 4 videos per day, or not one per day. If I have to do breaks, I'll do them, but I want to get back, and I'll promise I'll try to.